above heat.
I love that movie.
कोल्ड ओपन की बात मेरे लिए कर रहे हो और बाद में ले आए सबसे पहले माइकल मैन को डिस्कशन में
I
फॉर
love that. I
फाइटर
absolutely
गाइस
love
वी आर
that
लाइव
movie.
बाय द वे हाँ सॉरी
हाँ, तो
I
आप
know.
कर दो ना अपना तकिया कलाम.
तकिया
तकिया
कलाम
कलाम
ओके
This is
अरे चुटकुला क्या
MOS,
है?
man occupied Siddharth,
Yes.
or
Oh
Michael
God.
occupied
No,
Siddharth.
no,
Oh
please.
God.
माइकल
Oh
मैन
God.
को इस डिस्कशन में मत लाओ.
अगर
माइकल
तू
बे तक
जैसे
ठीक है.
directors, अगर
Please,
तू
please.
जैसे
I love that.
directors,
No, I love that director. Please.
Amartya will come to Pune. Amartya doesn't like leaving Jalpaiguri. He will come to Pune and kill you, Prithwish.
Yes. Yes. I love
Okay,
that director.
before killing anyone, we will start this episode. And welcome to this episode, which is essentially I'm
Sir,
the moderator.
hello.
अच्छा हाँ भूल गया sorry. See, I'm not prepared. Hello. Welcome to today's live stream of Fighter 2024. Is there any other film called The Fight? There is The Fighter, right?
The Fighter.
there is
David
a one
Orosal
Bengali
There is
film.
film.
There is
also Liger
Okay.
in which
One
Vijay
Bengali
Deverakonda says fighter. So there's that.
Sure. So that is
So there is
the
one
the
Bengali
spectrum of
film,
quality.
called Fighter.
Okay.
There's a Bengali film called Fighter which stars Jeet, na?
Fighter.
Jeet, I think.
Jeet,
Yeah, it
yes,
stars-
Okay.
Jeet and
Interesting.
yes.
Yeah.
Also,
Some
by the
remake
way,
of some Tamil or Telugu film.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, nice. So you're seeing two familiar faces here with Varun and Amartya, who are of course our hosts, co-hosts, as I suppose, and Prithwish, who's actually joined us before in the Nolan episodes when we recorded it as an audio form. But right now, Prithwish is sort of in the middle zone of an audio and video, so he's live stream experimentation of some sorts is going
All
on.
He's
of my
very-
cameras
he's
has
very
been used.
Yes.
He's
Siddharth
very
Anand.
Prithwish, what is the excuse?
What is the
So
excuse?
all
What
of my cameras has been used by Siddharth Anand. I've
Sure.
rented all my cameras. So
No,
so
just
I
say
can't,
that like a
open
shady
my cameras
SIMC
right now.
student तूने अपने कैमरा के साथ MMS बनाया.
Yeah.
नहीं
Your
ये
cameras-
अभी होता नहीं है ये अभी CMC में होता नहीं dude we are doing this live oh man no
Now we realize.
यहाँ पे
no
don't
Now
worry
we
Prithwish, Varun and Amartya have properly you have
They
to
have
come in with a
decimated.
warning huh? They will basically destroy your reputation whatever it is in
Yeah,
some
it's
way
already,
form or
it's
shape.
already done for वैसे भी 1.5 महीने बचे हुए हैं I just have 1.5 months left in the campus so let it be
1.5 months later Varun and Amartya
No, I'm from the same group of institutions. I can criticize. Okay.
And I don't care. I can criticize anyone. Who cares?
Yeah, including North Bengal University.
I can definitely criticize that. Come on.
can you guys hear me or is my audio
Yes,
a bit messed
yes.
up? Sorry
You
I
are
my
can
audible.
hear your dulcet
You can hear
tones
me.
very clearly. Please moderate. Try to at least.
Okay. So yes, I am responsible for moderating this wonderful episode. We are recording on the 60th anniversary of Doctor Strangelove,
And
the
we are
Stanley
talking about
Kubrick film.
Fighter. And we are talking about Fighter.
Yes.
I mean,
antithesis of
Nuclear threat is kind of there in both.
Yeah, Hrithik Roshan is the nuclear threat, right? Like
No.
I mean,
No,
why he's the
hell no.
missile who will annihilate the masses of India.
Nahi hua. Sorry.
नहीं,
Okay.
land नहीं हुआ sir.
But it did. So before we actually start with the whole half shade throwing, half appreciating the movie, I think it's good to establish that Varun was wrong in predicting that the film will not do well,
Yeah.
and that the film has actually made 200
It tells you a
crores.
lot about my understanding of the pulse of the audience. I know.
Yes.
No, but the film. No, but
Bugger
Varun
all.
is also, I think, partly right because I genuinely think the movie is going to have a hard time crossing 300. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
It's at
You think it's gonna have
204
a-
days.
yeah, it's not going to.
Or you think it's going to have a drop off? It won't have like the legs to sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
Interesting
the
'cause-
audience-
I mean Monday is the litmus test test
Mondays usually.
that's
your
when you get
test.
to know
Yeah,
Varun is-
Sanika is totally correct. She's saying sorry, but we won't put that up.
Hi, we will invite you. We will invite you to the podcast. We really want to meet you.
Yes.
We really want somebody to tell Varun that he's wrong.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's the 24-year-old confidence, which I think we will all be all
he, has
sort of.
he has a lot of those. Age up a bit, you will mellow down, we will understand.
Sir, I already have grays coming out. Leave it be.
Chalo, okay, before we
बुजुर्गों का बात सुनो सर, बुजुर्गों का बात सुनो सर, थोड़ा तो सुनो.
I think
I
before
forget
we
that when Amartya was born, Narasimha Rao was Prime Minister.
नरसिम्हा राव जवाहरलाल नेहरू नरसिम्हा राव पे क्यों जा रहे हो?
Nice. Okay, guys, back on track. Back on track. That's my
Yes, yes,
job for
yes.
this episode, essentially, because I was lucky enough not to watch the film because UAE didn't release it.
Why did they ban it?
And
By any chance? Do you know?
they listen to me. I would like to
Huh?
believe. Listen to my
Is it
friends.
IOP? Is it IOP?
I think it is.
No,
No,
but
I
they-
don't
Is it
think
because
so.
of IOP?
Yeah, but they've released everything from Gadar 2 to like they release everything.
and
So it's
all.
very strange. Yeah, it's very strange that they've actually there must be some censor. Is there
And
a queer
Pakistan
angle
cinema
to
is
it?
also exactly like ours. They are bashing India, we are bashing Pakistan. How will their films not go out to the UAE?
No, but what is there a queer
no
angle
queer
in
angle
it or
in
what?
it.
No, I mean I didn't
No.
I
expect
think
so.
it
That's
might
why
be
I was-
it might be women empowerment.
No.
It might be
they
women
released
empowerment.
Barbie.
Yes, there
What?
is women empowerment.
They released
Right.
Barbie.
Oh,
Yeah.
they released Barbie. People
Huh.
thought Barbie was a toy commercial. That's a different issue.
I mean, they released Barbie after about like a month after it released everywhere, just because there was the whole fear of But anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm happy that I didn't have the opportunity to see this, but you guys have seen it. You guys have
Yes.
written about it for certain publications and just your own blog. I know Varun and Amartya have. Prithwish has written a very succinct but great review on Letterboxd about it. So please
He's
do check.
practicing writing succinct reviews, I think, at this point.
So we will
Restart your Insta blog. Restart your Insta blog, Prithwish. It will work at this point.
With this same camera setup.
Yes.
I mean, with this shady camera setup, you mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Tab tak Siddharth Anand will also return your equipment, I think.
हाँ.
Yeah.
He's
नहीं,
never
इधर
going
इधर
to.
तो like हाँ, so I can't even it's a sin to say Mead Anand. You can't say Mead Anand. You have to say
Yeah.
Sid
Okay.
Anand.
Nice. But we will begin with initial thoughts. I think we'll go from Prithwish onwards only, who's, I guess, sort of primed us on what he thinks about it. But yes, initial thoughts without spoilers, guys, first. And then after that, you can delve deep into the muck of Fighter.
And the plot. The
जो भी
very
है.
secrecy
Oh,
laden
come
plot
on.
of this film.
I mean, there is a plot. Come on,
Okay.
इतना भी disadvantage नहीं है movie का. थोड़ा
घंटा.
plot है.
So, okay. Prithwish, you go first.
So coming with me, like अगर मेरा opinion पे आए तो so first of all पहले से ही I had zero expectation with this film कि पहले से ही like a snob I was keeping on saying कि ये Top Gun की copy है कि ये नहीं चलेगा.
You were
Top Gun
sane.
की copy
You
नहीं
were not
चलेगा.
a snob. You were not a snob. You were a sane person. Everybody thought that. Don't
You
worry.
were very Nostradamus.
No.
Yes.
If you get it. If you know, you know why I'm saying I'm a snob.
Yeah, yeah.
ठीक है. हाँ, and we are live. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. I
तो
know,
ये
I know.
Top Gun. हाँ. So it's an Indian Top Gun. ठीक है. I am bashing Bollywood. I'm anti-nationalist. Anyways. So मेरे को जो लगा कि यार टॉप गन की कॉपी हो सकता है बट एट द सेम टाइम यार they didn't even market the movie well when they were releasing the promos. First of all, the why Fighter is not doing as successful or not being as successful as a Pathan or a Jawan as it was supposed to be, I guess. I think it's because of the marketing materials, I guess, or because of the genre it delves into.
Wait,
I
was
think
it expected to
it's
be as
coming.
successful as either of those films?
Varun, you are very loud.
I mean, it's a.
Oh, okay.
Oh, am I being very loud? Okay.
Said no one
This is
ever.
Varun.
I'll do my.
Varun.
Said
No,
no
Varun
one
was. You are
okay.
perfect, Prithwish.
Yeah.
Better, sir.
I'll
sir,
just
better.
say it. Oh, I'll just throw my. It's just coming from my MBA perspectives. I'll just say that इन लोगों का जो मतलब they didn't market the movie properly at all.
Sure.
Whatever promos, especially the trailer, was absolutely so loud. It was so on your face. And मेरे को ये ऐसा लगता है कि सिद्धार्थ आनंद like all of his movies promo materials has always been some kind of थोड़ा सा ना, it always sets your expectations थोड़ा सा low. I don't know. It always has been क्योंकि I still remember ever since I saw the first promo of बचना है हसीनो, back in 2008.
Hmm.
I
For
felt
the
like this is
promo.
going to be such a I still remember, and like Ranbir
Hmm.
Kapoor kissing three women at once, and like, dude, what the hell is this? What jack shit is this?
Yeah.
And like, I was
Reality.
hating that. Yeah, I was hating that movies with all
That
my
was
heart.
Ranbir's first biopic.
Yeah, I don't
Emphasis
know,
on the
and like,
first. TJMM is his second.
yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
guys, sorry.
yeah. So
Prithvish, go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
fighter, back to fighter. So
yeah.
so every time going by the promos, Siddharth
Hmm.
Anand's films somehow notches the movie itself, kind of notches it up a few bars higher than its materials, I would say. And इस बार भी वही
Hmm.
किया है. I
Hmm.
think I think I would keep it as on the par or on along with the likes of War or and
So
अगर
Pathan is
emotions की
worse
बात
or
करें,
better?
पठान या नहीं पठान इज वर्स आई वुड से
Okay.
पठान इज वर्स
Okay.
क्योंकि पठान आई वुड से इट हैज बीन 1 year since पठान is released and पठान hasn't aged. Pathan hasn't aged. I'm really sorry to say, but Pathan hasn't
Hmm.
aged. It still
Hmm.
feels like a blockbuster event of 2023, and I guess in the year 2020 2033, maybe it will stay as a blockbuster event of 2023, not as a relevant movie or as a
Hmm.
relevant action movie of the last 10 years or something. So
Hmm.
Hmm.
मेरे को ऐसा लगता है, and yeah, also I was saying कि हाँ, Siddharth Anand always captures the emotions quite perfectly for a mass audience to at least get a
Sure.
hold of it. मतलब
Hmm.
पता चल जाता है कि हाँ, बंदे को पता है how to grab the pulses of the average Indian audiences with all the without really going with the jingoism and everything. ये war में भी दिखा था and
Hmm.
इधर में भी पता चला. So
Sure.
fighter में when I was looking at the trailers and promos and everything, I didn't really expect कि मेरे को ऐसा लगा था कि यार इतना jingoism I'm not expecting from Siddharth Anand, but then again I was discussing with Amartya that the dialogue writer is from the dialogue writer of Brahmastra. It's the
Hmm.
Oh
same guy.
wow.
Yeah, Hussain
Yes.
Dalal.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hussain Dalal,
and
right? Or
it's a
what's the name?
Yeah, yeah,
safe
Hussain
pass.
Dalal.
Hussein
Hmm.
Dalal,
Mm.
and it's a safe pass for him that he passed successfully this time
He passed
by
away. You
writing
were going to
I
say
some
was about
pass,
to
but
say,
you
heartbreaker.
were
yeah.
going to kill
No,
him off at
he
this.
passed successfully.
Yeah.
No, he passed successfully.
I mean, to be
Oh
honest,
man,
Prithvish, the bar is set
uh,
at the
with
lowest
good.
with from Mastra. So I mean, yeah, it
I
Hmm.
is.
think if
Yeah.
there is a bar that is
Yeah,
even
Then
I
lower
top
mean,
than
par.
the
for me, the bar set for fighter was very low. I mean, it was
Hmm.
quite low even when पठान was releasing and it was the hyper set for fighter कि मेरे को
Hmm.
इंटरेस्ट नहीं हो रहा था. मतलब वो जो मोदी जी का मीम है ना, मजा नहीं आ रहा है. तो मेरा भी वही रिएक्शन, आई हैड द सेम रिएक्शन. आई एम नॉट हैविंग फन, आई एम नॉट हैविंग दिस एंटिसिपेशन, द एंटिसिपेशन आई हैड विद एनिमल. एंड आई एम गोना हैव अ डिफरेंट
Wow.
डिस्कशन विद दैट. हाँ, वो अलग सा
We are going to
डिस्कशन. नाउ
bring
आई
that
हेट
here
दैट.
again.
No,
No,
no, no, no, no.
please, yeah.
No, I hate that movie with all my heart. I hate
Sure.
that movie.
But you
But
hate it.
before I
But you
say
hate
that,
it with emotion, right? You at least have like a whatever.
I hate it with emotions. But
Hmm.
this
Hmm.
movie, I don't love this film, but I kind of like it. मतलब ऐसे होता है ना कि it's just that one guy you seem ऐसे दूर से he's kind of an asshole, but when you go talk to him, that he's actually a good guy. So I think
Hmm.
fighter is that guy
Okay.
for me.
So this is Chris
He's
Patrick,
not
who's
really.
yes. I mean, I've not seen it, so you guys can attest. We can move on
No,
actually too, and then we'll move
I
to.
wouldn't. It
You
wouldn't
won't
make
say
so much sense for me. It wouldn't make so
sure.
much sense for me because Brahmastra's dialogues feel like they have been written there, and actually they are dated. Jokes apart, if I
Hmm.
wouldn't make any jokes and be
Hmm.
actually be realistic about how Brahmastra's dialogues are, they are quite very dated. They can make you feel that they have been written in the like in 2013 or 2014. But Fighter doesn't
Hmm.
make you feel
2016.
so.
Hmm.
It
Fighter,
was written.
huh? Whatever. But it actually for me it feels like 2013 2014.
Hmm.
So but Fighter में what I also really liked is how they spent a lot of time on the side characters, like
Sure.
even on Ritik's dad,
Hmm.
Deepika's parents, and even on Karan Singh Grover, Akshay Oberoi, they were supposed to be there, and how even Karan Singh Grover's wives as well. All these side characters. I think मेरे को ये बात मेरे को अच्छा लगा कि ठीक है. I think these characters weren't a waste at least.
Sure. Got it.
And
I mean, yeah. If you're saying
climax, I
about
think it was a bit.
no,
Climax,
go
I
ahead,
think
go
it
ahead.
was a
Yeah.
bit.
Hmm.
I'll just finish with this.
Yes, yes.
Climax was a bit rushed, and it did took a few tropes from Top Gun Maverick and Top Gun. And Siddharth Anand is a big fan of Tom Cruise, as he always has been. So I think he gelled up the elements of Maverick and OG Top Gun quite well with this, with patriotism. And that's what and there goes my asshole theory with Fighter. He's not really an asshole. It's a good movie. I liked it.
Okay, got it. Varun, you were making a lot of faces while Prithvish was describing it, so I'm going to you first.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No,
The
because
symbiosis
I,
face.
I am the naysayer though, right? I didn't go in with any special expectations. Okay, I mean, it's been a while since we've had a good blockbuster. Like, I am not the biggest fan of Jawan. I enjoyed Pathan
Donkey?
purely because you want me to go there.
I'm just
No,
saying.
please. No, please. Stay
Uh,
on track.
So Pathan, I mean, I kind of enjoyed it because I had set myself up for this stupid action movie, which is not going to be real action actually, and it sort of stayed at that level. But with Fighter, I was like, you've got so much at your disposal. Why would you give me this turgid crap again? I am.
What
First
is
of all,
again? Wait, what is the turgid crap? I want to know
so
first.
the turgid crap is that okay, so this is obviously a very exceptional sort of point in the sense that I am the exception in having this opinion, that I am quite annoyed with filmmakers using these events as as the
Real life
bedrock of
events.
their. Yeah, I mean, and it goes beyond just Fighter using Pulwama and the death of 40 people, killed in an instant really. And we've seen it with Donkey and the conflation of refugees and illegal immigrants. We've seen it in Uri. In fact, Uri doubles down on it by taking scenes from somebody else's life and trying to use it for its own characters. So I think that's just very lazy.
Sure.
And then these films always tend to frame, at least Uri and Fighter do, tend to frame the retaliation as some sort of victory, whereas it is actually just a retaliation.
Got
You've
it.
given a response to an event that somebody an attack that somebody else has carried out. You've responded to that. That's not how victory works really. So that is my basic problem with the film. But even otherwise, like the characters, I am completely in disagreement with Prithvish that the side characters are well written. I think in fact the biggest disservice is done to Deepika Padukone. She's just forgotten at one point in the film, and we're just with Hrithik and his weeping fucking eyes, and it's like the jailam inside them. I swear to God,
Chill,
it's
chill,
No, it's a
chill,
good thing.
chill.
I would
Wasn't
rather
that
say
bad?
it's a good
Chill.
thing they didn't spend too much time on Deepika. And
okay. You're
Sure.
saying it's a
spend
good
Got
thing.
it.
a
Okay,
lot of time on Deepika.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good thing for me. Like, ठीक है यार. I mean, we see a lot of movies who's spending a lot of time on heroines, which was the case on Pathan, and still it didn't
Yeah.
make any sense for me at the end for the character of Rubai. But in the case of Fighter, the character of Mini made much more sense when Ritik talked to Mini's parents, and
yeah,
his
that scene
parents
I
and her
hated.
parents
So
came too.
I don't
ठीक
want to
है
go
यार.
there yet
I
because
mean,
that
I
would
mean,
be
I
spoiler
mean, see,
territory.
Ha,
But
will, yeah.
with
Yeah.
regard to
yeah.
the supporting characters, I feel they all work as staple Hindi masala film functions, which is just at
Yeah.
this point it's lazy screenwriting. Okay, you can't have the good Indian Muslim who quotes the Quran like
So,
he was born speaking it.
Varun, hold
Varun,
on for a second.
sorry, I have
Hold
to
on for a
interrupt this because I know that
Yeah.
I think Sarika has a lot of opinions that you share in the way they are voiced because this is something.
This is something. Sanika, one very
She
interesting
adds
question I
beauty,
have to ask.
Sanika.
Hold on, hold on. I have a very interesting question to ask.
One
Don't
of our
don't think that
professors
don't
yesterday
think I'm being
said that
sarcastic.
Deepika literally looks hot in every movie. One of our
Oh
professors
wow.
from
I think you
SIM.
need
So
to report this, Professor Prithwish.
Yeah.
You are having this kind
No,
of
no, hold on.
conversation with the
No, no,
people.
hold on. I just have one simple
it's
question this
live,
time.
Varun. Come
Yeah,
on,
just
relax.
yeah. Just one simple question. If she doesn't add anything to any movie, what was she doing in Piku?
I mean, I
Chalo.
think it's more to do
Yeah.
with, I think, a bigger blockbuster sort of. I'm clarifying this, huh, with Chanika,
I'm
because
just
I'm
saying. I'm just
yeah, yeah.
saying.
Anyway,
If we
so
are
let
throwing
me
out
finish.
blanket statements.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah.
so I feel like, why does the Indian Muslim always have to be someone who can, read the Quran and quote it to you like randomly? It's like, Amartya quoting some random obscure Japanese film from like the mid 20s. Uh,
I never did
the
that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
the the Sardar character.
I like this shade hasn't been thrown around to me because this is the sort of comment I get. But okay, fine.
Yeah.
The Sardar character played by Banveen Singh is turned into, oh Sardar hai to joke crack karega and hum uske upar hasenge. I'm done with that stuff, and it's high time Bollywood moved past it as well, because it's one thing to have had that sort of stuff happen for the longest time. It's another to keep going with these stereotypes when it's actually harmful in a general sense, that
Sure.
these communities don't exist for you to make a point through, or to crack jokes at. It's not
Can I
funny
ask
anymore.
again? This is slightly linked to whatever
Hmm.
I had asked you about when we were discussing a little bit of Hirani, and
Hmm.
it's not about trudging the same thing, but like, do you not think that they have to sort of go through these broader
No,
sections? And I'm just asking.
no,
I'm not seen
absolutely
it,
not,
so
because
sure.
because why can't you have, say, Karan Singh Grover's character be the funny sidekick? Why does it have to be the Sardar? My question is
Acha,
that we
okay,
have,
like it's
yeah,
okay.
it's a proper problem at this point. And as for the fact that you give us like Pathania's father, Hrithik Roshan's father's character, Talat Aziz, I think, plays him. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
fine, man, I don't care. The whole thing with Anil Kapoor is so bad in this film. It's just like he's
Really?
really just growling,
No, hold
growling,
on.
growling. I'm like, okay,
No.
calm the heck. No,
Also, it's a
no.
mohabbat trope. It's a
Yeah, yeah.
mohabbat trope.
Wow,
Hold
you
on,
got
hold
Adi
on, hold
Chopra in.
on,
Okay.
hold on.
वही
Yes,
पिक्चर बना
okay.
लो यार, ये क्यों बना रहे हो?
Okay, Varun,
So
relax. Wait,
हाँ,
Relax.
first, before Amartya goes, Amartya, your question has been answered on the Piku claim,
I have to say this.
which
I have to say this, and I'm going to like insult every one of my brethren here. But I'm sorry, Bengalis are kind of like this. We are annoying. We eat all the time. I'm sorry. That's what Bengalis are.
also
Can't
she
do
is,
anything about it.
I'm so
I,
glad.
yeah.
I'm so glad that my camera is not on right now. Amartya already knows. I'm
Yeah,
having a plate full of food right now. So,
yeah.
and
So
my
there you
background
go.
is full of all the.
We
I
are annoying.
so I live in
We
a
are
shared
annoying. We
hostel room.
eat all the time. We eat all the
I live
time.
in a
We
boys'
think of
hostel.
no,
ourselves as
so
intelligent.
yeah, just to wrap it
Fine.
up, film does
Yes,
not work for me. Not, I mean, apart from the flying, which Hrithik is not doing, so I'm not crediting that to the film. And the visual effects, which, well, a double negative and redefine, they've done a good job of it for a change.
sure.
So
Which
I
is a
do wish
new
that
thing, right, for YRF, because they are generally pretty sucky with all
this is
that
not
stuff.
Yeah,
YRF.
yeah.
This is
Oh, they're
not
not doing
YRF.
it.
This is
Okay.
It's
Viacom. This is
Marflix,
Viacom.
Viacom
Oh,
and
is it not
Marflix.
YRF?
No,
No,
it's
this is
not.
not
It's not.
virus.
It's not. It's
Oh,
Viacom and Double Negative have done the visual effects.
sure.
So,
And they
in fact,
and
they're
just
co-producers on the film.
okay, and clarify to me, this is being set up as a franchise?
Yeah,
Question
Yeah.
mark.
yeah.
I'm
It won't
asking
work.
Varun. You don't
But
need to sound that despondent.
no,
Yes,
no, it won't
unfortunately.
work. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's,
Sure,
yeah.
Amartya, you
Wait,
please
does
you
this
go ahead
have a
after you go ahead now. Sorry,
does this
After
Prithvish,
have a
my
bro.
post credit
dispiriting
scene or
comments.
something?
Sorry,
No,
I
Huh?
didn't
does this
get
have a
what you.
post credit scene or something? Post
I
credit
don't
Post
know.
scene or
credits?
something?
No,
No, no,
no,
no.
man.
There
The
was
film
just
was
a
already so
credit.
Oh,
long. Post credits भी डालोगे अब इसमें?
You expect us to sit there for the post credits when that extremely boring song and both of them are in the beach sunbathing. We have to watch that music
No, that's
अच्छा
video.
वो
cut. No, that's completely
Yeah,
cut from the film. No.
oh
वो
wow,
है ही
why?
नहीं.
that is in the
No, I
credit
think,
scene.
is it in the
That's in the
credits?
credit. Yeah, yeah, it's the credits. That's the credit song.
तो गाना ही नहीं है पिक्चर में.
नहीं, वो
गाना है,
बीजीज
but
का
all those
Staying
are
Alive है.
montage sequences. Yeah, all those are montage sequences. Or
Okay.
शेर खुल गया suddenly comes in the middle out of
शेर
nowhere.
खुल
At
गए,
least
पिक्चर धुल गई.
picture dhul gaya, yes. At least it's better than what was the name of that song in which Hrithik and Tiger dance in War? comes out
Jai
of
Jai Shiv
nowhere.
Shankar.
the
Yeah, comes out of nowhere.
Ganpati.
It's
Yeah,
not better or worse. It's a lift. I mean, Vishal Shekhar for years have said we don't lift, we don't lift. This is a straight lift. Your hook line is lifted from the Bee Gees, Staying
no,
Alive.
I'm not.
Also,
I'm not.
also, the
Like,
album of Fighter is such a disappointment.
Hmm. Who's
Okay,
the
Such a disappointment.
Vishal
Vishal
Shekhar?
Shekhar.
Vishal
Vishal
Shekhar.
Okay,
Vishal
Vishal
Shekhar
Shekhar.
only.
okay.
Yeah. So Chris Patrick said a comment which I completely
Yes.
agree with. Shade could get
Hmm.
inserted so randomly, and this is a problem for Siddharth because Siddharth does this.
Huh. Yeah, like I mean, but I
Siddharth
think
does.
I remember Pathan having a sequence which actually had which
it used
used the
Bekaram
song,
Rang within the
to
narrative.
like
Yeah.
transition into whatever a narrative, whatever thing.
Yeah, she
That's the only
leads
thing
him
I
on
remember.
to John
She
Abraham
leads
हाँ
him
Clare.
on. Yeah.
हाँ
So
हाँ बट उसके अलावा आई
okay,
गेस नहीं है कुछ एनीवेज
okay.
अमर्त्य
So
यू से हाँ
okay, so discounting Varun's entirely righteous anger aside, because he has a lot of opinions which are completely valid, by the way, because he has a backstory, he has a lot of shit going on which is completely informing his opinions.
Hmm.
I was like Prithwish, I had zero to no expectations. I went to watch the movie because I would get paid, but because I would get paid to write a review, that's why I went
Yeah.
to watch the movie. This is the life of a freelancer, guys. So
Yeah.
Then
you
what's
go,
my alibi? What's my alibi?
You are
you
a
are a
student at
masochist.
SIMC.
You are a masochist. But
Oh man, no. I
yeah,
would take Amartya. The
yeah,
amount of symbiosis callouts I've been getting from Varun today. ये दरवाजा खुलने के बाद मैं अपना शक्ल दिखाई नहीं पाऊंगा. I don't know.
Sir,
so
वैसे भी
you
शक्ल
should
कहाँ
have
दिखा रहा है?
हाँ हाँ वैसे
वैसे
भी
भी कहाँ
इधर
शक्ल
तो
दिखा
दिखा
रहा है?
नहीं पा रहा हूँ वैसे भी.
so
आवाज
तो
that's
चेंज
the
कर
वैसे
लियो
I'm not
बस
being able to.
सॉरी
yeah,
अमर्त्य
yeah.
यू गो फर्स्ट सॉरी यस गो
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the thing about this movie was that my only expectation was the trailer was such a disappointing loud mess. I just wanted it to please don't be exactly that. That was the bare minimum expectation I had.
So
I
you
think
went
that
as the
bare
film
minimum.
and thus it passed for you.
Yes. That's what I was going for. The bare minimum expectation it
Iतना low
passed.
expectation.
Yeah, the
तो
bare
सही है ना
minimum
बट लो बट इसमें तो लो ही रखेगा ना आदमी और क्या रखेगा वरुण लाइक
हाँ, हाँ, that's
मैंने भी
my
लो ही
low.
रखी थी सर. फिर भी
हाँ हाँ आई नो
No, low expectation का भी tier होता है. मेरा tier इतना ही low है.
नहीं
So
मेरा
it's
zero
like,
expectations था.
so
लो
I
का भी
go
एक
there.
कोई
I go there and I
हाँ
realize something. Number one, ki this movie, first of all, like Siddharth is a fan of. Siddharth has always been inspired by Hollywood movies, and it's not just his action movies. Even his romantic
Tom
movies are all.
Cruise.
Hold on.
Tom
He-
Cruise.
even
वो
his
तो action
even his
होता है.
romantic no even his romantic movies are inspired from American movies. Like Bachna
You
has
mean
seen
the
a piece like
aesthetic?
yeah
No, no. Like I think plot even
plotline,
Tara
everything.
Rampam is what Talladega, whatever
No,
the.
Tara Rampam is Talladega Night, Days of Thunder
हाँ
included with Indian masala. Bachna Hasino
हाँ
is a
हाँ.
lifetime original movie. You get the idea. It's kind of that one. So
And Bachna Hasino also came out around the time a lot of these films were shooting in Greece and Sweden.
yeah. So there you go.
Mamma
Soundtrack
Mia.
अच्छा था but
Yeah. So there you go.
हाँ.
So I understand
grant you
completely when he's going for an action movie and he's lifting from Mission Impossible and all that stuff. So I get it. And now people are praising that they have opened up a new genre called aviation film from India. Never mind that they have been doing that for the past, from
Border है ना
1950s to 70s. Bhai, can we move from the
मौसम
border shade?
मौसम भी है have you seen मौसम का aviation stuff it is glorious
विजेता देखो शांति से सब.
Vijeta dekho, ha. My point being ki it has been going on. Now the point that could be made is ki the aviation is shown much better here. And that I will have to
Sure.
admit, fighter ka CG is quite good. When the planes are actually flying and when they are showing the planes in motion, the CG is excellent. It's when they are doing in slow motion and they are going to luxuriate on the plane
Yeah,
when it is
sure.
doing stunts
But
or showing how
tell
the
me
missile is
this
going up and everything. That's a problem.
tell me this Amartya, what is a lot of the camera placement in those quote unquote camera placement whatever you want to say in that in those sections is it inside the sort of aircraft
So
or
when
is
the
it more a
dialogues are
wide
occurring, when the dialogues are occurring, those are completely inside, completely on the face. It's like Iron Man the visor. It's kind of that because they are basically sitting behind the blue screen. Na? They're not sitting in a cockpit or a construction.
No. So I checked this. They're sitting in a cockpit inside a parked aircraft with green screens all around them.
with green screens all over. That's my whole point.
Ah,
And
Sure.
Siddharth to cover all his bases did not show anything else. He just
yeah,
completely
it's that
focusing on
one
the
static
planes.
shot. It stays like that. It doesn't
Yeah,
Sure.
change
it
ever.
stays like that. It
Okay.
helps in two ways. It helps in two ways because this is a Hindi cinema. डायलॉग बाजी तो चाहिए और डायलॉग बाजी
Hmm.
के लिए आँख का तो ऊपर नीच होना तो बहुत जरूरी है. इसलिए
Hmm.
you need to do that. So while talking with his, what was the name of that fucking Pakistani
Red
fighter
nose.
pilot? Yeah, Red
Red
Nose.
Nose, Red.
So yeah, so when he's conversing with Red Nose via special frequency or whatever the flying
Yeah.
fuck.
No,
So
emergency RT. Yeah.
whatever the flying fuck. My point being ki when he's conversing with him, you need that because that is a Hindi cinema trope. We need dialogue, buzzy, patriotism, and all that stuff. So all of that works.
Hmm.
What surprised me, and I know Varun disagrees with me vehemently on this, is that this movie is not light. This movie is not a slight movie that the plot is going some way or the other. No, for some reason this movie chooses to slow down and chooses to show its character going through a consequence. Now I
Okay.
understand that the plot is now I understand that the plot is very predictable. I get that. Predictable to her plot hai. But
Hmm.
it's the choice. And Sid Anand, for some reason, chooses to make his main character, that is Patty by Hrithik Roshan, played by Hrithik Roshan, he chooses to show the character going through a consequence. So we see the character undergoing a punishment, being sent to a flight school, teaching
Hmm.
students. Does that mean that they are showing him teach students for a very long time? No, of course not. But
It's
he's
one
showing
song
that.
sequence.
It's one song sequence because obviously
Hmm.
songs are required for montage sequences and everything, and from there you
Hmm.
have to extract the emotions.
How
That's a
we went from
disadvantage for
Montaz and Eisenstein to this
yeah,
montage.
Sir
yeah, yeah.
Eisenstein, there's nothing. No, please don't.
No, please don't invoke the classics here, please. I beg of you. But the point being, कि Hindi cinema में like Dhruv also knows
Hmm.
this. We
Hmm.
bring in so many concessions while watching a Hindi
Oh
cinema at this
yeah.
point
Hmm.
that I have to measure how many concessions I'm taking in.
Correct.
So yeah, so montage sequences में I'm supposed to buy कि the friendship के साथ bonding हो रहा है इसलिए there will be a camaraderie. I'm supposed to buy this.
Hmm.
So now I'm going to judge how the montage is being shown. Is the montage
Hmm.
shown good, well in the opening credits, which is showing the camaraderie? Absolutely not.
Yeah, like especially
Absolutely
that
not.
Heer Asmani song, which is shot in Pahalgam, it suddenly crash zooming here, crash zooming there. I was like, you're not giving me anything.
Yeah.
Wherever,
So
Okay.
how am I supposed to
K-
buy it?
so
Before
absolutely
before
not.
so before we sort of, I know we've sort of already delved into specifics, so I'm just going to give a spoiler warning for whoever is hanging around with us and has not seen it. I mean,
हाँ,
I've
हम भी
not
शेर
seen it,
खोल
but
रहे
I
हैं.
that sounds so wrong, man.
R rated. This is an R rated podcast officially.
No, RRR में जैसे शेर खुलता है पिंजरे से
Oh
बाहर. Spoiler.
God.
हो गया सर और don't cover it anymore. हो गया.
Yes.
But when the other montage sequence happens in the second half, when Patty's character actually fails to stop, his friend's aircraft from, flying down from crash landing in Pakistan, not crash landing, the
No,
plane
crashing.
just
It just
his
crashes.
plane crashes and they are
These
stranded in
guys bail out.
Pakistan.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
stuck in
these guys
Pakistan.
bail out and are stranded in Pakistan. So when he's unable to do that, the movie doesn't take the traditional route of every Hollywood 80s blockbuster which they would have done is, yes, I'm a character, I'm going to break all the rules, I'm going to go into a plane, I'm going to fly the plane. Because we are not fucking Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger or Tom Cruise here.
Hmm.
I mean,
Instead,
it
he
does
chooses.
come down to that ultimately.
Yeah, it comes down to
It's
that, but
being
he
the
chooses. But he chooses to stay there for a while. He chooses to show this character going through an arc.
Right.
There is genuine character development in this movie, which surprised me. Believe it or not, because I had no expectation that this shit is going to be there.
Right.
So, so if there is one positive, the one positive is Patty's character has been shown to go through a gamut of emotions anyway.
Emotions,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, and
Okay,
I
so I'm
understand.
going to just flag up this question by Chris Patrick, which is I honestly didn't feel the camaraderie between the crew because Deepika says, quote unquote, Patty is our strength, and I'm like, kahan se?
I'm going to come to this at some point.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was going to say that only. The initial opening sequence where the montage is supposed to show us the camaraderie. It doesn't. I told you honestly, it doesn't do that. Number one. Number two, Patty is our strength. This is the typical Bollywood trope of talking about a protagonist behind your back, in front of your back. It's a typical hero rising moment, for all of them. Again, it's concession. I'm not saying
पैटी
it's a
उनका
good thing.
बटन है.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm going to ignore that completely. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's
Varun,
a
did
good
you
thing.
just okay?
Yeah. He did. He did.
Okay,
I'm.
okay, good.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. I'm
Brown
saying that's what the
hands.
thing represents.
Huh.
Now, the one practice sequence in which Patty is fucking it up, that is because he's a character who is inspired from Tom Cruise's character. He is Maverick basically, and
Yeah.
Maverick doesn't follow orders. By fucking it up means he's not following orders. That doesn't mean that he's not this trained. It just means that
No, I
he's
but I do think it creates an imbalance, a factual imbalance in the film
yeah,
zone
it creates an
tropes.
imbalance. It creates an imbalance because the movie itself tells you that even the best of them have a problem with following orders and understanding and elevating the other team members
So
because they're so
right.
dependent
I
on their
think
own
it
strength.
creates an imbalance because it takes elements from both the
Both
old
Top
Top
Gun
Gun
and Top Gun
and
Maverick, yeah.
Maverick.
No, so
You,
this sorry,
yeah,
Prithwish, go ahead.
because they have their yeah, that's what I
Continue,
was saying
continue.
कि दोनों में अलग अलग story है, and they
Hmm.
Siddharth Anand, what he did is just took some like he just took some particular plot lines from it, like his
हाँ
best
खिचड़ी बनाई
friend,
उसने.
uh best friend's girlfriend, and
It's
then
not a badly made
he
khichdi, to be
he
honest.
gets deserted
We'll get to that, sir.
as a as a क्या बोलते हैं, as an instructor that's from Maverick. हाँ, तो all these things get smashed up in one movie.
Okay.
Right.
Hmm.
So
But
okay,
do you get the beach song? What slow motion
No,
beach?
we
Whatever
don't
that.
get the
No.
beach song,
No,
but we get the Sher
that
Phul
is
Hai
not
song,
there.
which is basically the
Okay.
beach song.
Okay.
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 So here's my problem with Patty being this. The thing is,
Patty is Hrithik Roshan. That's his actual name.
his
No,
call
no,
sign is Patty. Okay, I'll give you
his
an
call
idea.
sign
Shamsher
is
So
Patty.
Pathania.
on the RT, you
Sham.
can't say Pathania, right? Like my grandfather
Oh.
was like me, Bhake. His squad mates used to call him Barry on the RT.
Okay.
So it worked like
Got
that.
it. Got it.
So yeah, so like Deepika Padukone plays Meenal Rathod, so she's Minnie.
She's
Uh,
meaning, yeah.
yeah, Akshay Oberoi plays Bashir Khan, so he's Bash. Of
Okay.
course, Anil
Got it.
Kapoor is Rocky
No, Anil
because
Kapoor is
why the
Rocky
hell
because
not?
obviously, yeah, how can he be
They
Rocky?
should have just called him like Harjeet or something and called him Harry. It would have been much more sense.
Or Lakhan, just for fuck's
and
sake. Yeah.
lucky and
So,
lucky.
so you're
Lucky.
telling me that Anil Kapoor has given two bad performances recently, which is very
I
surprising.
don't, I can't say that it's
It's
a
just
bad
Anil
performance. I
Kapoor
can
has
only,
giving one-dimensional performances.
yeah. I will
नहीं but वो
only
तो
say that this
characters
is a,
उसको
this,
देते ही हैं ऐसे है ना
3D
like
yeah,
I
में
yeah,
always thought
बंडीज था वो.
this is a performance. This is a
who
performance. This is a performance in which Anil Kapoor understood the assignment. That's what I can say. Anil Kapoor
okay
understood the assignment. Animal में जैसे कोई assignment ही नहीं था. इसमें at least he has an
यार
assignment.
बार बार वो वाहियात पिक्चर आ
नहीं
जाती है बीच में.
that's the only
That
other
was
film
Anil
I've seen
Kapoor's
him
last
recently
movie.
no
क्या बोलूं?
हाँ yeah
That was Anil
I mean,
Kapoor's
he
last
was.
movie. क्या बोलूं मैं?
That's true. No, so this was a problem I had with Raja Menon's Pippa as well. It's that these guys are in the services already. They
Yeah.
can't be truants in service. You're handling assets worth crores. Okay, I was telling Amartya this. I think Dhruv, you also read this. A Sukhoi cost about 300 million per piece in 1996. $300 million. That thing is expensive. You're not going to put some uh, dude who belongs on a racehorse at Mahalakshmi inside one of those things and just let him have his way with it. It's it's implausible, but okay, or like fine, whatever.
But
We just live with it.
but again, the implausibility exists within the world the movie is trying to create.
Fair
So
enough, but create a better world, create better characters. The acting is bad, the writing is bad.
we can't expect that. We have to judge the world that has been created. And
Yeah,
within the
so
world
that's
that
what
is
I'm saying. The
yeah.
writing is bad, the characters are bad. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying I am not going to I'm not going to disagree with you that the writing is bad. I'm just going to say that the level of badness you are comparing, I don't think it is that bad. That's all I'm saying.
I have to say Amartya, I am deeply saddened by that. That we are comparing levels of
No,
badness
and
in terms
it's
of.
I don't think,
This is
you know,
Bollywood. It's Indian movies.
no,
What
no,
do you
no, but
expect me
I
to
don't
do?
think we should just
No,
lower the
I don't know.
expectation of the
हाँ,
craft
I think
just
थोड़ा है
because
ज़्यादा हाँ.
we are blockbuster में ऐसे ही होता है. No, sorry, you're gonna have to pull up your socks. And also, this
No, no, but
isn't the US. You don't need to make this kind of film. The Air Force gets enough applicants as it is. So, you know, the
yeah,
entire
that was my
recruitment
big
film
criticism
thing,
also. Yeah, that was
which
my big criticism also. It's like
the whole,
it's like what are you guys doing?
yeah,
What are you
because
guys doing? You are making a recruitment video for the Air Force. It doesn't work like
yeah,
that here.
in India, it doesn't work like that because there's a reason we've never needed conscription in this country. It's because there were always people available to join and willing people to join,
Yeah.
right? And they were put through some of the toughest psychological and physical tests, and then people sort of were taken in, even if it meant making do with fewer people. But
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it's I don't disagree with Amartya when he says it's a well-made film. I just don't think it's a very good film in that sense. So, in terms of its
Mm-hmm.
production value and everything, it's obviously great because you got the
No,
fine, the
no,
super is
Varun,
the
you're saying obviously great, but I, as someone who's not a fan of this whole franchise, I'm not a fan of Sid Anand's work. You know this, and
But would
I
you say
wouldn't
the
have gone.
production quality
No,
of
Listen,
a
with
film
I
like
Pathan, I
Bang
think
Bang
is
is low?
tacky. No, I think
Pathan is
Pathan is a
tacky, but
tacky film.
Okay, but Pathan is also made during COVID, during lockdowns when you are
Sure,
not using locations and stuff. When you look at something like Bang Bang, I think it looks pretty slick. It's got
I've
its
not seen Bang
problems,
Bang, but okay, fair
I have
enough.
seen Bang Bang
and
and it looks slick. The
yeah,
thing
Okay.
about this movie, is I can agree that there are moments in this movie which I genuinely liked. Again, the
Hmm.
moments which I told you, I did not expect that screenplay. I did not expect that screenplay thing. I don't agree with people that say that Deepika Padukone and Hrithik Roshan has genuine chemistry and their romance is mature. Wait,
balls.
mature romance? Wait, mature romance mean कोई romance नहीं है? Is that what it is?
Yeah, what is
Why?
this fifth standard stealing glances at
Yeah.
one another and
What the
Why
X
no,
यहाँ
glances
no,
से
are
था, next
romantic?
यहाँ
No,
से.
no, hold on. No,
Not
hold
with
on.
these
Hold
two.
no.
on.
Oh,
Not with
I
these.
okay.
have seen four Michael Mann movies back to back these last few days. Okay. If there is
Sir,
one
you are
director,
comparing. You are doing what
hold on.
Prithwish was doing 5 minutes ago.
No, hold on. I'm just bringing up a specific point. If there is one director who can make you believe in romance through glances only, that
Hmm.
is Michael Mann.
Hmm.
At least learn something from him. Learn
या वो
something from
Oh,
scene
him.
ही
wow.
किसी और से डायरेक्ट करवा
I
दो.
think Chris Patrick is here to basically agree with us. I think this is the first time
This is
we've
an
got
echo
so much
chamber.
agreement. Yeah, this is the
Yeah, yeah.
Why is it? It's fine.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with you. No, I
No, they
agree with
don't
you
have
completely.
chemistry. I'm sorry,
They
but
don't have
also
chemistry at
the
all.
fact that the obvious problem here is that the censor board dictates how much of a physical romance you're permitted to show because
Sure. UA है ना?
oh, UA hai, that's one thing, but you know
Hmm.
the censor
Physical
board has some
romance, no.
weird fetish about not sexualizing people who serve in the armed forces. I don't know how
Oh.
does the censor board think people like me were born and like you know
बस हो गए सर.
A stork delivered you. A stork
yeah
delivered you to your parents. Yeah.
अटक
बस हो
बिहारी
गए सर
वाजपेयी
आप.
was store.
No, my point being, don't
No,
show.
so
Okay, fine. Okay, fine,
huh,
censor
but
board.
they're not given the lines or the scenes or
Hmm.
anything then to build up that romance. You're expecting me to suddenly believe that they had this great chemistry in that Sher Khul Gaye song. I'm like, no, these
No,
are two
don't it?
good-looking
No, they
people, and
don't.
that's it.
No. It's just hot people. No. Again, here's the thing. Those are two hot people. I get it. So
Hmm.
two hot people will get together. I'm not watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Okay, that was the entire conceit of the movie. Ki Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt will get together. That's not the
They
point.
did. Hmm.
Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
And we wanted them to. I did not care for even one bit. Ki hot people,
Sure.
two hot people will get together. I did not buy it at all. Okay.
I mean,
तो
can I be
मतलब
very
क्या है?
frank? Like, I don't want to be frank. Like, it's just my, I guess, the way I'm watching a lot of cinema. I just don't get the appeal nowadays in the age of whatever your internet, where you can access everything. I just don't get people sometimes saying that we are going to watch. Is there like a collective orgasm people have in the cinema, like by seeing hot people? Like, I'm just like, can't you just see?
I don't. No, I don't think
No, I
that's the
don't think
case.
so.
So I'm
I
like, no,
don't
no.
think.
My point is that what I don't get the line of defense about a film where it's about कि we are at least लोग अच्छे दिख रहे थे. I'm like, well,
But that's basic. But that's basic like human psychology looking for
I'm like,
escapist
oh, तुम्हारे
entertainment. Hot
costume
people
designer
like
और
hot
makeup
people.
artist ने काम किया तो मैं उसके points दूं
हाँ.
तुमको.
नहीं,
कपड़े
it's
पहने
like
इन लोगों
hot
ने,
people.
वाह भैया.
Yeah. It's like hot people doing hot things. I understand. That's basic psychology for any human being looking for escapist entertainment. I get it. My point being, अरे conviction तो चाहिए कि hot people are doing hot things. Hot people have chemistry. I did
Yeah,
not see any
sell it to
chemistry.
me. No, I'm not
Sell
going
it
to
to
give
me,
you a
no.
pass because you're a blockbuster. I'm
Sure.
going to say that
I'm definitely not
you
going to
do
give
it
you a pass
properly.
because you're a blockbuster. I'm definitely not.
ब्लॉकबस्टर में से तो ये सब एक्सपेक्ट करना बनता है
No,
सर.
so that's what I was saying, right? Sanjida Sheikh, who plays Karan Singh Grover's character's wife,
But she
is
has better
the
chemistry with
she has
Hrithik,
better
and
chemistry with Hrithik,
she's another
and they
guy's
have two
wife.
scenes together. He
Yeah.
sneaks up behind her and lifts her off the floor. They're supposed to be old friends and whatnot, and it's
Sure.
sweet. And then he's comforting her when her husband's missing in action. But I'm like, why is there? And that whole the scene Prithwish, like with Hrithik giving a lecture on feminism to Ashutosh Rana and
Oh wow,
Geeta
there's this
Agarwal.
also.
There's this
Yeah, there's
also.
this also.
I'm
Yeah,
I
like,
saw
he's
that.
like,
I saw that, and I was like, I saw that,
And
and I messaged to
and
Varun.
and
I messaged to
and
Varun, and I
पीछे
was like, ये
पीछे
जोया
there
अख्तर कब
is
से
a
बन गया?
product placement of
Sid Anand
Zomato.
जोया अख्तर कब से बन गया?
And
there's an HRX
नहीं
product
and
placement. There's a Zomato product placement.
नहीं
Sure.
Zomato
हाँ,
Zomato.
Prithwish से. Okay.
No, there has
There-
been a lot of product placement के
There's an
while
Asian Paints product
Hrithik
placement.
is giving
Yeah,
a lecture on. Yeah, while the Pulwama attack is about to happen, there is a Asian Paints product placement. While Hrithik is lecturing on feminism, there is a Zomato product placement behind, ताकि brand reach बढ़ेगा. So
Oh,
no,
wow.
I think abhi what this blockbuster movies or event movies, these Bollywood films are following these days. I think they're following a template. That's for sure.
They have
That is
always
what's
been following
happening.
a template.
They have always been following templates.
No,
That's
no,
why
no.
they're blockbusters. They have always been following
No,
templates. but the
templates as in no. Templates as in like they has been एक pattern तो होता है ना, वो जो change होता रहता है, like it has been something different in 80s, 90s, 2000s,
Sure. Yeah.
2010s even.
Yep.
Now it's even in post COVID, I think. हाँ. तो वही, that's what I'm saying as only. I think that's what Varun and Amartya, what they have been saying with all
हाँ.
this.
No,
So,
so
but what do you
know,
think is the pattern setter then? What has been the pattern setter? Pathan? Or before that, are you saying?
no before
हाँ,
that because
नहीं,
these films have
I
all been
think
in production before Pathan came out.
हाँ, exactly. I think
The Pathan effect
what
will actually happen now.
Or is
No,
it like the
I would like to call this.
south sort of?
No.
I think that
I
this is
would
not
like
the
to call
South
this
pattern.
the
This is
but
not the
is
South
it.
pattern.
No. I would like
That
to call
was
this the
Brahmastra
no way
and that
home
was
effect.
Shamshera.
No. Not even that. I would like to call this the
Brahmastra,
no way
not
home
south
effect.
pattern. But
You would
no
like
way
to
home.
cause this?
Okay.
No way home effect. No
That's
way home
interesting.
effect
But
because
no way home as in like
because-
there's a multiverse thing, like not multiverse, but of course like people connecting.
yes, people
Okay.
just give cameos on left, right, center. Give cameos. Fill it in
Okay.
with cameos, which is not working right now.
Sure.
And that's
Got
why
it.
Rohit Shetty is just releasing character posters left, right, and center for his next film, Singham
We are not going
again or
there.
Singham 3.
We are
Abey
not
yaar,
going there.
So-
I am the one.
नहीं.
I am the one who suffered through Indian police force. Do not make me go there, please.
हाँ, पैसे
Hey,
तो मिले ना
I
सर.
also watched 2 episodes.
I haven't got the money yet. I will,
Oh,
but I haven't
okay,
got
fine.
the money. I'm just saying.
No,
But
so my
I
thing
suffered
is
for 2 episodes without even getting paid.
Wow.
no.
What
My thing is
about
that
my
if
sins?
you're going to keep in the 21st century, now we're into the third decade of the 21st century. If you're going to keep
yeah.
selling to me this whole idea of parents coming into the quote unquote war film, and again, Sanjeet and I talked about this at length.
yeah.
You need to do it well, or you need to abandon it now. You need
Yeah.
to. The thing
Parents
is that,
coming in as an are they like the emotional fulcrum of
yeah,
this
they
film,
are.
or-
They are. I
Okay.
mean, like, they are.
No.
There's
I'm like,
backstory
no.
for
I
Deepika
understand.
Padukone.
See.
There's
I like the
backstory
fact.
for Hrithik.
I like the fact कि आशुतोष राणा का character got इतना limited space में he did his best. ठीक है. He has a very
आशुतोष राणा को
limited
अनिल
role.
कपूर का रोल दो और अनिल कपूर को घर भेजो.
I agree. I genuinely agree. But the thing about it is कि Ashutosh Rana plays Deepika's father. ठीक है. And for some inexplicable reason, amazing God-given reason, I have no fucking idea what it is. He thinks that women can't succeed in the Air Force. I'm like, if you are going to give me the character arc about feminism winning, you have got to do a lot better than that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've
It's
got to
like the
sell
tick-
it better. I mean,
It's the
there are
tick
people.
box approach.
No,
sort
but
of.
there
Yeah,
are
this-
people people who still believe that, but I
नहीं
feel
No,
नहीं
like
no,
if
I
but
the
know.
film,
हाँ
no. So hear me out. If the film is going to go down that route, then why not put her in a fighter aircraft as well?
Yeah, why
Then
are you putting her in a
actually,
helicopter?
why are you putting her in the cockpit of a Dhruv?
Oh, yeah, that
Why are you
sounded
making
very
her ride
wrong, but we
one?
are going there. That sounded very wrong,
That
but
was my
we are
Dhruv
moving
joke
on.
that I warned you about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
that was
Deepika
that
pilots
was
a Dhruv
very
all over the place.
yeah. No, no, but
Can we
Yes, yes, Prithwish, you
get back on
can.
track? No, no,
Yes,
no. Can we
yes,
just
we are
get
going
it
back
back
on.
on
We are
track?
going back on the runway. We are going back on the runway.
yes,
So,
yes.
No, I think it's on
so
autopilot mode right now.
yeah.
ये
And
ऑटो
then
पायलट है इस एपिसोड का
नहीं
हाँ
नहीं ऑटो पायलट में तो है ही बट उसके बाद अभी इट्स गोइंग ऑन अ प्लेन रेक
collision course.
हाँ
Collision
कोली
course. कुर्सी की
हाँ
पेटी छोड़ दो.
Oh, you
कुर्सी की
mean like
पेटी छोड़
Hrithik
दो.
ramming, like
नहीं
Hrithik
नहीं
ramming his Sukhoi into an F-16 like it's a Toyota
no no
Innova?
no I was going to say it will now cut off to a very weird transition like it did in Animal के it was taking off फिर वो it zooms to the sky and then the Range Rover comes in and then Ranbir Kapoor comes out.
And then
but
it
Wanga
goes
is
into
very
you
proud
you
of the
peace.
guys
transition.
It,
Yeah?
you
Wanga
it's
is
you
very
the
proud
guys
of the transition.
you
weirdest
guys are
transition
obsessed with
ever.
that film huh like I know people you
No,
guys have
it is
seen
the
this film two three
today.
three times
No. I'll tell you. So today, so we have this subject in the final semester. It's called multimedia production. So we are asked to make a short
Remake
film.
Animal.
So we were just no. So we were discussing about Animal. We were just having a discussing
You're
about film.
basically like every other student ever. काम करने की जगह तुम लोग chit chat कर रहे हो.
Our teacher, she was just talking about the opening scene of Animal, the black and white scene, for 20 minutes. And she felt threatened by that scene. She felt
wow
threatened just
मैडम
by that
मैडम
gesture.
पूरा मूवी देखना चाहिए था ना और थ्रेटन कौन
Don't
सी
अमर्त्य
Exactly.
मैम के बारे में
anyways
कुछ मत बोलो.
I think Sanika I think this is responding to the whole Chris
Yeah, but
Patrick thing
Sanika,
also
this is not
before
New York where you have the kind of theaters Travis Bickle goes into for
Oh
his like.
God, I just read
huh
the next comment. Jesus Christ,
yeah
are you alive?
I
आपने
mean
watching that movie?
a lot of so I mean that's dedication
सर
bro
वो
no like that is
अधनंगा
from
है तो आई मीन काफी लोगों का उसी में निकल गया. बट यू डिडंट गो टू द
I'm
थिएटर फॉर राष्ट्र कवच ओम नो सानिका. वो घर पे देखी आप मतलब निकल गया टाइम.
So yeah, Chris Patrick is agreeing with you on the animal. I to think the best response for a film like this is to like leave it. It's like dead carcass or whatever. But आप लोग
सर
carcass अच्छा
कार्कस
लगता है
डेड
तो
होता है. डेड कार्कस क्या है?
Carcass, dead carcass क्या
अरे
है? That is
carcass ले ले यार ठीक है तू क्या मेरी vocabulary हर एपिसोड में लेके लेने बैठ जाता है यार.
no. But the thing about the obsession is no. The thing about the obsession is animal. Animal
यार
itself is
एनिमल
such a no. Hold on. This
I'm just
movie,
एक गाड़ी
this
वहीं पे
movie.
अटक के क्वीन इज डेड के
No. This
क्या
movie.
बोलूं मैं it's whatever
No. This
yeah.
no. That movie has gone into the lexicon so bad. Okay, that movie has gone into the
You
lexicon
watched
so
it
bad.
twice.
I
Yeah,
had
you
to.
didn't even like it.
No, of
It
course.
has reinvigorated the word papa.
It took a rewatch for Amartya to come to my rating.
Yes.
It took a rewatch for him. At first he gave like 3.5 and that day I
No,
had my
2.5.
placement.
Do not make me go that far. Come on.
Dude, I was having
Angela
my
will find
placement process.
Amartya and kill him if he gives it a
I was
3.5.
having my interview that day. And I was losing my shit. And ऊपर से I saw
यार
your
तू
review while I was in the beach में. मेरा ऐसा जीडी खत्म हुआ मैं इंटरव्यू देने जा रहा हूँ ऐसे बीच में I just opened letterbox away. I saw Amartya's review for Annual and like 2.5.
रितेश
And he
अगर वो
just
तेरा
saying like
फोकस है ड्यूरिंग इंटरव्यू आई
हाँ.
रियली डोंट नो
and and guess what? I got the job later on.
फिर
So
motivation चाहिए था
thank
ना.
me. What the fuck?
पहले
Okay,
पहले
guys,
महीने का
guys,
salary
fight,
अमरत्य को.
fighter,
No, so
fighter,
Yeah,
fighter,
fighter,
fighter.
fighter को I'll tell you
No.
one thing that
All I'm
struck
saying
me
is,
was
hold, hold on.
Yes,
All I'm saying
Amartya,
is,
go ahead.
this movie has legit problems. One of the biggest legit problems is number one. Siddharth Anand
India
does not
occupied
know which
Pakistan.
type of Siddharth Anand doesn't know which progressive nature, which form of nationalism he should stick to.
Okay.
क्योंकि because the political climate is what it is at this point, he has to cater to jingoism. And the jingoism also comes out of nowhere.
Okay. So
Jingoism
it's like
also
an
comes out of
It's an
nowhere.
add-on sort of.
imbalanced
Okay.
film. It's a very light first hour, and then suddenly it's a very heavy 1 hour 40 minutes, and you're like, okay,
Sure.
you need to make it seem like one
Tonal
cohesive whole.
balance, sort of like
Yeah,
that.
there needs to
Yeah.
be a cohesive whole feeling to the
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
It can't be.
The jingoism feels like it is sprinkled on because in the post, because while they were writing the script, they suddenly realized, oh, we have to cater to another audience who likes this stuff, so we have
Got
to
it.
increase the tone. The
Hmm.
villain doesn't work at all. The villain is supposed to be intimidating. He looks like he has put hair,
Dude,
what is the
I
shampoo?
once
What is the
उसको
shampoo?
कोई
Give me
आई
a name.
इन्फेक्शन हो रखा था.
उसको तो
Oh, wow.
एक आई इन्फेक्शन हुआ है, conjunctivitis हुआ है. Secondly, he
Is
has
this
we
put
call
all
actually
the
them
true
shampoo.
or like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
call
yeah.
them
नहीं.
Joy
being the
Bangla.
make?
We call it Joy Bangla. We
We
call
call
them
it
Joy
Joy
Bangla.
Bangla, yeah. And also he has put a hell lot of hair conditioner in his long mulleted hair because that hair looks completely perfect, by the way. So
Yeah, I
the
mean, I
jingo
guess
is
it's
no,
if it's
but that
tacked
is
on, then
because
you guys, it's tacked on. No? You're saying it's not
I
like
could.
sort
I
of.
mean, it wasn't problematic in the way it can often be, but
it's. I
for
mean,
me,
fighter is
I
not
think,
good. Fighter
yeah,
is not.
it's not like Bhuj, yeah, but I think,
It's not good.
Bhuj, वो क्या है?
I Bhuj is a
The
film with
Ajay
Ajay
Devgan
Devgan.
movie. Yeah.
हाँ,
Oh
वो मुझे
my
पता
god.
था. मैं याद
You
दिलाना
see,
चाहता था आपको. बस इसीलिए बोला.
That is the standard. That's why
अरे
people are loving
अरे
Fighter,
यार.
because Bhuj is
अच्छा.
the standard. No, but
Oh
that
yeah.
that 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 apart, the jingoism problem for me
No,
at least came in
you
when, yeah, sorry, Prithwish.
no. I was just saying that you didn't have to be dishonest to say that Bhuj is the
But Bhuj is the
zero.
contemporary
But Bhuj is
standard.
the
No?
standard. Bhuj is the
Contemporary
standard.
standard, yeah.
Yeah, contemporary standard is Bhuj, and that's why.
Huh.
But because it is so imbalanced, now in the final act when Hrithik suddenly starts punching by saying
Hrithik becomes
जय हिंद
Rambo.
मतलब ये है. Hrithik becomes Rambo. जय हिंद मतलब ये है. जय हिंद मतलब वो है. जय हिंद
Okay,
मतलब
okay.
ये. And I'm like, calm the fuck down.
First of all,
Calm
those
the
dialogues
fuck down.
don't suit the demeanor of his character. He is
So
not
far
that
the
kind of
character.
hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
So far
and
character का जो
that apart.
development हुआ है, that is immediately going back to zero.
So no, and
Immediately.
this is me reading too much into a film which is a popular entertainment format, but I really have very few fucks. to
बोलो
give.
बोलो.
Uh, the IOP dialogue didn't sit well with me for one simple reason. India is not an expansionist state. We are not looking to occupy other people's
Yes,
countries. Why the
exactly.
hell would you put that in the movie?
And also वो मालिक
absolutely
डायलॉग
does.
क्या है भाई?
That
वो
Malik
मालिक
dialogue
डायलॉग
really
क्या?
pissed me off. You know, the
वो मालिक
dynamics in
डायलॉग क्या है?
Kashmir, the
Yeah,
dynamics in Kashmir already rest on the edge of a knife. We don't
yeah,
need to go around saying "Hum Kashmir ke Malik hain."
yeah.
That's
It's a
you're not. It's a core
Is this in the trailer?
integral part. It's there. It's there in the trailer. It's an
it's there in
integral
the
part
trailer.
of
Yeah.
India, but that is no way to be talking about a people and a parcel of land, as it were. There
No,
needs
but
to be some level-headed thinking.
That is Brahmastra level only. I was like, oh wow, this is good. Good as in like, yeah, I mean it in a
yeah.
snarky
I
way.
mean,
This is very bad.
it's
Yeah.
it and but on the other hand, I do feel that the film is copying too much heat from people who are like, it's anti-Pakistan. Well, guess what? The country that
No,
funds
no,
all these terror attacks on Indian soil is Pakistan. So if we don't blame them, who are we going to blame?
no. Look, here's the problem. When people are going to criticize something, they are going to criticize so vehemently because at the end of the day, the people who are criticizing are also looking for other people to read the criticism. So we have to show that we are taking a huge stand. So this movie is going to be Islamophobic. Guess what? This is a movie which is going against Pakistan again because we are stuck in a perpetual Cold War and we are already obsessed over Pakistan all the time. Guess what? That is number one. Number two, the terror attacks in Pakistan is different. Fuck anybody who says that they haven't differentiated that. They have been repeating that line.
They've been
continuously
repeating
for the-
that, and also
Yeah.
they don't need to, because the Pakistan
They don't
state
need to.
created these organizations. The ISI has been photographed with these organizations' leaders.
Yeah.
I mean, what more proof do you need for the world? Why do we have to
They have-
differentiate between the Jaish?
They
We are
have
not.
been repeating
The
that
film is
line.
not
They
saying the
have-
Pakistani citizens are bad. It's saying the Pakistani
they have been
administration is the
repeating that
problem.
line. they have been repeating that line कि हमें आपके गवर्नमेंट से प्रॉब्लम है, हमें आपके मुल्क के
Hmm.
लोगों से प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. It
नहीं है.
almost sounds like a Zack Snyder movie in
बोलना
which he's
पड़ता है.
saying, yeah, in which he's saying, oh my God, listen, the city is being evacuated. That is basically meaning they destroy the entire
No,
city because
and
people are
are
evacuated.
we so naive that we are unwilling to accept that the 26/11 terror attack or the 1993 Bombay bomb blast or whichever terror attack happens in this country is not a part of the Pakistani state's design? Why are we so? Why do we want to be this
No, I think,
pious
I
people?
think it's not about piety. I think I've not seen the movie, of course. I think it's more about, in these movies at least, the fear of what is being instigated as a sort of response. The
That's my whole
violence,
point. Yeah, and
the
that's my
violence
whole
that's
point.
instigated.
No, that's my whole point about the imbalance of it all. Because if you
Sure.
are going to show me a balanced nationalism, then don't show me in the third act, yes, a blind ki, IOP banega, Indian occupied
Yeah, that is
Pakistan.
a problem area then.
That is a problem.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh.
What
But
are you
I
doing?
still don't I still don't buy the argument that the film is anti-Pakistan or that you shouldn't blame the
Sure.
Pakistani administration or the fact that Pakistani actors were criticizing Anand for like why you making this kind of film. Well, why the fuck don't you
I
guys
mean,
ever
this is
blame your government
no,
when
no, but also
shit goes down in our country?
why are you making a film also, like, this is a film which has been in the production also for a while. It's not like he's
Yeah. No, and
chucked it out of his whatever the thing
Pulwama is a
recently.
real terror attack.
Hmm.
Do we want to assign
Which is
blame to
also,
some third party? Do we say, oh, you know what,
yeah,
the
which is
Chinese
also,
did it?
yeah, which is also another thing which I want to bring it up, which
Yeah.
Varun also I know agree with me. We Indians have a weird sensibility of taking real life tragedies and making commercial entertainment movies out. Which is
Hmm.
which look, I understand that you are going to make movies out of ripped from the headline step of a stuff, but come on, come on,
Sir,
at
it'll
least
get more eyeballs, no? That's the big thing, though, no?
Arey
If you
bhai,
say
you can do.
Pulwama, you have that reference point where a lot of people who are not into cinema
You know,
also
Dhruv,
might be drawn in.
if you show a convoy blowing up and don't name the place, people will
Yeah,
get
you
the hint by
people will get
association.
the
You
review
don't need to do
anyway.
this. You don't need.
Yeah,
The thing is,
I think, but we are living
I
in an era though where there is this whole subtlety का तो system है नहीं ना यहाँ पे. Like, it is, everything needs to be a rebel
no,
rousing shout.
but then
So
I do
Of
have to
course, it
then
needs to be
wonder.
because
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Prithwish, go ahead.
no. That's what I was saying. You was talking about this rebel rousing thing because
hmm.
abhi this 22nd, like just last Monday, we
Yeah,
had this some event
Oh
here.
God, yeah, yeah,
yeah, we
Yes,
had some
and
event in India. Yes, yeah,
we had
yeah,
some event in India, and
yeah.
yeah.
I the place where I live in, they
Hmm.
are quite loud with all the music and celebrations. I think
Sure.
Varun would know it better, and
I mean, it's
yeah, I think
uh, I'm ambivalent on that front. Really, it's
Hmm.
kind of there's too much
yeah.
going on in that situation.
So I think
Hmm.
Hmm.
yeah, I mean the kind of celebrations they do in terms of rebel rousing celebrations and everything. So I think I mean it is a commentary on whatever they're trying to do and whatever they're trying to
No, but I think
establish
it's important to distinguish
at this
fighter
point.
from that kind of atmosphere. They're
Yeah,
two
yeah,
very
yeah.
distinct setups.
Sure.
And
No,
what I said
I
to begin
meant.
with, right? I mean, was that
Sorry,
very
complete.
simply put, you can't be making commercial, and maybe it's just the fact that I come from this life, right? So I
Hmm.
understand a bit about also it's
Yeah.
not cool to be writing these poetic lines about there's nothing more beautiful than dying for your country. I mean, go and see
See. Hmm.
even news footage
No,
from the household of someone who's made the supreme sacrifice. Those families have it
I
damn
think
tough,
this was
and you should not
I think
make
this was
poetry out of
yeah
that stuff. And
I think
also
this was
that,
beautifully portrayed in Lakshya, I guess.
Yeah.
One
yeah, but
soldier was saying.
yeah,
I
One
always
soldier also
think that
said,
the high watermark of this is actually Razi. The way it whatever complicates its
hmm.
whole
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
nationalism and
Razi's about
is
espionage.
not about the
The,
army. So yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
it's not.
yes,
The
of
thing,
It's
course,
about a completely different kind of warfare that you're fighting with an
of
enemy.
I
course,
think I think this
Whereas
is
espionage and
here,
everything.
disappoint.
Yes, so yeah.
I
Hmm.
think the movie itself, the movie, I think is a huge mixed bag, and for that also it is a disappointment because it's
Okay.
like it's like you are showing in the screenplay that you have the potential to make this movie somewhat of a subtle thing, but then
Oh, okay.
when you make the movie and you go into that third act, then I realize, oh, this movie is written by the guys who have written Brahmastra. I expect the क्यों कर
अरे
रहा है?
dialogue is written by the guys who wrote Brahmastra
No, no,
and
Screenplay is
Biswakar.
him,
no, no,
no?
that's my whole.
No,
No, no,
screenplay
that's
is
my whole.
Raman Chib or Raymond Chib,
So,
whatever.
okay, he's
how
only
it is.
directed it, Sid Anand.
Siddhanand
Yeah,
only directed and
Sid-
written the story. And that
so
whole
so
Sure.
you
story
no no
screenplay
but the
breakup is
third
only weird.
no but the third act का जो scene है कि third act
Hmm.
तो is entirely focused on the dialogue writing only ना, so that's what I'm bringing.
Okay.
That's what I'm bringing
Dialogue
in touch with
bazi,
this
you
movie.
mean? Sort
Dialogue
of like
bazi.
that.
And I'm like, oh, this is written by the guy who has written Brahmastra. मैं क्या expect कर रहा? And
And
that is
Kalang.
disappointing. And Kalang. And that is disappointing.
Terrible
That is
dialogue.
disappointing because if Raymond Chip's screenplay, as flawed as it is, if Raymond Chip's screenplay is to be objectively analyzed, there are good elements there in this movie, which to certain extent works in the movie. To certain extent work, but also because of this imbalance, the movie is also exceedingly long. It's
Oh,
2
yeah.
hours and 47
I
minutes
didn't-
long.
46.
I didn't expect from Siddharth Anand to make a 3 hour long movie.
क्यों ये
At
सारी
least
तो
this
लंबी
guy
नहीं बनाती?
makes-
पठान भी तो लंबा नहीं है?
नहीं,
नहीं,
Pathan was
Pathan was lesser
228.
than it was less
20
than
minutes
Yeah.
shorter.
2
This
hours
movie is
20
2 hours
2 hours
and
25 minutes something.
this movie is 2 hours and 47 minutes long, and now I understand, but there are also elements in this movie which really works, which is why it is so disappointing. There is a running gag in this movie that Patty is so charming and so handsome that he can just flash a charming smile and say please to any woman, and that will convince anybody. There are 3 instances where the gag works, but every time the gag changes its intensity and becomes something different. First time it is just a gag. In the first act, it is just a gag. In the middle of the second act, it is not a gag. It is becoming a convincing tool to convince Mimi's parents. Sure, that was a
Sure.
feminism lecture, but you get the idea. And there is a final sequence in which he is actually trying to convince Karan Singh Grover's wife that he is going
Sangeeta
to
Sheikh,
rescue Sangeeta Sheikh, that he's going to rescue her husband because and that time
And
when
she
he
sells
says
that sequence actually, I felt. More
she
than
sells
him.
that sequence, but he also does it because at that point when he says
I
that
felt uska
he-
facial gymnastics was too much in that one actually. His
no,
nostrils
but
were doing
again,
like weightlifting.
no, I get it, but again, at that point when he says that please, I'm like, okay, maybe
The
it's
gag
overselling
works
it
out.
just overselling it just
Sure.
a tad bit, but the fact that somebody in the screenplay thought to change the meaning of that gag,
So making
It-
for like a comedic to a serious moment,
Yeah,
sort of like
yeah.
that, are you saying? Sure.
yeah. I was like, see, there are elements in this movie which works, which is why it is so disappointing to me that at the end of the day you had to resort to such, jingoistic tactics at the end of the day.
Sure.
Exactly.
How is the
exactly.
supporting cast apart from
Akshay-
Anil Kapoor, which we've gotten
Akshay Oberoi is
brief
quite
on?
good. I quite liked Akshay
Akshay
Oberoi, but
Oberoi
he's
has
a
a
very,
decent
very
screen presence.
dependable actor. He's never
Sure.
like even as the slightly stupid dude who's fooled around before his engagement in Kalakandi. He's quite
I
funny.
think
Yeah.
नहीं Akshay Oberoi has always been cast in different roles and in different genres, I would say. And like from comedy roles to I think he was in Piku as well. Piku, Gurgaon.
Yeah, he was in
Yes.
Piku.
So
He was
I
the
think
He
boyfriend.
was in this show called Dil Bekar
Yeah,
by
he was
Habib
the
Faisal.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And what about other
So
people?
he has been a
Karan Singh Grover was bad, man. I can't
Karan-
stand him as an
okay.
actor.
Karan Singh Grover
He looks
comes from
perpetually
the
uncomfortable.
Karan Singh Grover comes from the soap opera school of
Yes.
acting. Okay. So, given the way Tiger, but again,
I mean, you forgot Bang Bang. That's where
you
it's.
forgot Bang Bang.
No,
But
I
again,
think
Yeah.
he
यहाँ
fits.
पर-
I think Karan
title
Singh
में ही
Grover
है.
fits in the
I
school
know.
of Siddharth Anand's
I was about to say.
Siddharth Anand's school of acting more than Akshay Oberoi.
No, Karan Singh Grover's acting is soap opera
But
school
he
of
doesn't have
acting. Okay,
charisma.
which is
Yeah, exactly.
which is
Sure.
soap opera school of acting. Compared to the soap operas in which he has been, compared to that, he's a tad bit toned down. That doesn't mean that he's very good, but
He's
that means
good,
that he's
yeah.
passable.
This
passable.
is his
Got it.
first film in like 9 years, so it's purely.
He did
Understandable.
his last film with Bipasha Basu, no? Is
No,
he
Hate
married
Story
to
No,
Bipasha
Hate,
Basu?
Hate Story 3. Hate Story 3.
Oh, with Sharman
Yeah.
No,
Joshi.
he was in Alone.
Yeah.
He was in Alone.
Yes,
remember?
yes.
Alone was before that.
Oh, Alone was before that. Okay.
हाँ,
No,
उसके
and
बाद
I
तो,
thought-
हाँ.
there's this, of course, Sangeeta Sheikh. I thought was quite nice.
Okay.
She was
I
quite
also thought Mahesh Shetty, who plays Patty's
Co-pilot.
colleague, co-pilot almost,
Hmm.
his before rather.
Hmm.
He had a decent sort of semi-serious screen presence about him, which is
Again, it's all
always
about
interesting.
the
But they
serious thing,
really,
you know.
they don't have anything to
Much.
do, right? Because
It's all
and if the film
dependent
is
on
going
the
to spend
space.
so much time on giving him 12 entry shots, it's just there's no use. Then
वो तो part and parcel of the design है ना ये?
no, वो part and parcel of a
वही
different kind of
as
film
we
है.
said
Masala
that
film में you
it's a
don't need
part
to
of
give
the
him 12
template.
entry.
Got.
No. I disagree with this that you need to have 10, 12 entry shots in a masala movie. I think
See, hold on,
once you
hold on.
establish the aura of the character, I think you can just
Sure.
get on with the film.
Hold on. I have a small thing to say. Okay, if we look at Fighter as what it is, a Top Gun Maverick and the Top Gun ripoff, let's look at Top Gun Maverick and see how Top Gun Maverick develops his supporting characters. Because at the end of the day, Top Gun Maverick is a Tom Cruise worshipping movie.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
but there is a scene in the first act in which Tom Cruise's character is basically sitting in the bar, and then the camera just focuses on all the people who will become his students, and the camera stays on that for more than 15 to 20 minutes straight, focusing on their banter. Top Gun Maverick is essentially a masala movie for the US audience.
Yeah.
But the screenwriter very cleverly knows that he has very limited space. So he's going to devote an entire scene
Sure.
to develop that.
Yeah.
Again,
You're
if
getting
you're
audio
going to copy,
disruptions. 1 second. Audio disruptions from where?
Prithwish, I think it's you.
Okay, got it. Okay.
so if you are going to
Amartya.
so if you are going to copy or inspire, oh my god, because nobody can take the word copy anymore so sensitively.
I mean, it's the same
If you're going
studio,
to-
which is so weird, right? I mean, Paramount backs Top Gun and Viacom
exactly.
is backing these guys.
So if you are going to copy something, understand the good things and try to do that also, right?
Yeah.
It's
Do
it's
that.
just a clever way of not remaking, not taking the rights of Top Gun because they learned it from Lal Singh Chaddha.
अच्छा
They
ठीक
didn't take
है
the
अच्छा
rights.
No, they're not rights here. It's an
No, not
It's
him.
like
They're
they
not them.
took the
Lal Singh
tropes.
Chaddha.
They did. No, they spent a
They
long
did,
time
right?
trying to buy the rights from.
They did,
But
they did.
Paramount also then distributed the film worldwide.
Yeah. Listen, no, but
Got
again,
it.
if you're not going to copy from Top Gun Maverick directly and be risk with getting a lawsuit from Tom Cruise of all people, if you don't want to do that, at the end of the day, to the screenplay writers, what is your profession? Your profession is creative writing. Creative writing
Yeah.
मतलब imagination. थोड़ा imagination use करो लॉन्डो. क्या कर रहे हो बैठ के वहाँ पे?
Also,
सोचो
I'm
एक सेकंड के लिए.
kind of sorry to nitpick like this, but there's a scene where when he sees on the TV that Bash and Taj are to be released by the Pakistanis, his family home is in Jammu. This dude gets on a mobike, and within minutes we cut to him entering Srinagar. जमीन
Sir,
आसमान
this-
का फर्क होता है, ठीक
Sir,
है?
this is the Yash Raj cut. ये तो दिल तो पागल है में भी होता है. So I can't चल रहा है वो.
Listen, in Hollywood movies, in Los Angeles, people reach from one area to another within 5 minutes. In Los Angeles, it takes 1.5 hours to reach from one place to the next. So, come on. वो
सर
सब तो
ट्रैफिक
और
पैटर्न
मुझे
मैंने
नहीं
पढ़ा
लगता।
नहीं है, बट यहाँ 300 किलोमीटर का फर्क है, लाइक
सर
क्लियर.
कट तो सब कुछ कोलैप्स कर सकता है ना. अगर कट है तो सब है.
या अगर कट है तो सब है.
जब तक है कट.
जब तक है कट.
कट तो पागल है.
कट तो पागल है.
कुछ कट होता है.
कुछ कट होता है, तुम नहीं समझोगे यार.
कट होना हो.
कट होना हो.
I think we are enough of this cutting stuff happening here. Any more thoughts, guys? Because you guys are on a time limit of 75 minutes today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Which will be breached.
I think we have said enough. I think we
Yeah,
have
I think
said
so.
enough.
Any more thoughts,
only
closing
real qualm-
thoughts?
my
I think
only real qualm
we don't want to extend it like Siddharth Anand did.
Okay.
Yeah, that is-
हमको
No, I
extend
did-
करने
I-
की कोई इच्छा नहीं है.
I did want to say this, that I do wish they'd made an effort to make the film more memorable, because
Okay.
as I was walking down the staircase of the auditorium, I was like, कैसे लिखूंगा मैं, मेरे को तो picture ही याद नहीं.
Okay.
No, but again,
I was so
Again, I
bored.
will
I
have-
mean, it was
no,
really
I will have
boring,
to
I have
say
to say.
Also-
yeah, I will have to say this one thing though.
No,
I
also
understand.
the character
Uh-huh.
Varun took from and from the film, it is forgettable. I don't remember Agent Pasha from Agent Vinod.
No, Taimur
So,
Pasha,
I think
Gulshan
is
Grover.
that-
Taimur Pasha.
Gulshan Grover को कैसे कोई
I
भूल
don't
सकता है?
remember. I don't remember. I don't remember
No, no,
anything
but the
about
thing,
that movie except Prem Chopra being the
You
only
don't remember
side
the
character.
Vanner, the Rapta Vanner? I think that's a
Shame.
memorable.
That's
Oh,
a
that
beautiful
I
thing.
remember. That
Yes.
involves Saif Ali
Yeah.
Khan and
so
Kareena Kapoor. But other
More
than that,
so
memorable
those are
than
what?
all the
all of
side
Sid
characters
Anand's
they were.
filmography.
अरे ठीक है सर.
So Chris Patrick, what he's saying कि उड़ाने ही बस चलेगा. Here's the bottom line, okay? कि the fact
नहीं
that this
सर,
movie
प्लेन
is
उड़ना
still
पड़ता है.
plane उड़ना पड़ता है, but at this point plane at least runway में चल रहा है. That's all I want to say. कि for instances like this, we really need this movie to succeed because at least people will now understand थोड़ा बहुत कि ये सब movies करना चाहिए.
Sir, your expectations of people have surpassed the expectations I
इतना
had. You would
faith
have expectations of them.
इतना फेथ अमर्त्य को ह्यूमैनिटी और बॉलीवुड में कब से होने लगा?
कहीं से
कॉफी
भी
विद करण
नहीं.
ज्यादा देख रहे हो सर?
देखा है बहुत बार. वाहियात सीजन है इसके. ये छोड़ो. कुछ
No,
नहीं
they
चलो
देखा.
tried to
ठीक है.
cover it up with Sharmila
तुम तो
Tagore and all the veteran actors
या,
this time. Zinat Aman.
तुम तुम तो अपने फेवरेट डायरेक्टर के बारे में बात ही मत करो, ठीक है?
मैं
उसको
तो
पता
बोल ही
नहीं
नहीं
कि
रहा
एन वर्ड कौन
सर
सा
ना
है.
तो.
उसको पता
अरे
नहीं एन वर्ड मतलब क्या
यार,
होता है.
उसको लेके
तो
पीछे पड़
बात ही
गए
मत
अब
करो.
आप.
हाँ,
चलो
बात ही
ठीक
मत
है.
करो तुम.
हाँ
वरुणा
गलती
मच्छर
में.
मार रहा है.
हाँ
वरुणा
गलती
मच्छर
मेरी
मार
है.
रहा है.
हाँ कि मैं उसका नाम ले आया. और गालियां तो दी नहीं आप लोगों ने पूरे एपिसोड में. एनीवेज थैंक यू. आई थिंक दिस वाज मोस्ट सिविल देन आवर लास्ट एपिसोड एट लीस्ट.
शेर भूल गए, हम
Yeah.
पिक्चर भूल गए.
हाँ.
That's our
And we are
final
not,
word.
and we have not said anything that might risk the show being banned.
हाँ only Prithwish's admission and
Only
like
the
status in the
हाँ
university.
वो
Yeah,
ठीक है,
yeah, yeah.
वो ठीक है. Not a
अच्छा
big
वो
loss.
ठीक है.
अभी मेरा
सिम्बाइसिस से एक्सपेल हो रहा है ना.
वो तो
आए
अभी
वो
पता
क्या
Okay.
चलेगा
निकाला?
अभी
after the
ये
post
we
the live stream.
okay. Thank you, Varun, for getting up one person's life destroyed. Thank you. Uh, don't worry. Oh,
I'm the
yeah,
bash
Chris
right now.
Patrick.
I'm the
Nice,
bash
nice.
right now.
Who are you?
I
I'm serious.
good.
I really want to know who are you at this point.
He's a good man. We will discover your identity later, Chris Patrick. Please join us on the next episode. I don't know what is there any update on what's releasing
Argyle is
next
releasing
week?
second, I think.
No.
आर्गाइल तो सर छोड़ दो प्लीज. गाय रिची वाला
तेरी
सिस्टम आप
बातों
और
में
अमर्त्या
Please,
संभाल लो.
Matthew Vaughn and Guy Ritchie को
They're
compare
the
मत.
same
it's-
thing. They're the same thing. What do you mean don't
They are
compare
not.
them? Have you seen
They
the
are not.
comparisons you're throwing around? They literally have the same filmmaking style.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm
They have
down.
the same filmmaking style though.
Masters of the Air आ नहीं रहा है. आ चुका है.
आ चुका है ना?
आ चुका है, 2 episodes
already
देख
आ
लिए.
Hi Sanket, how are you?
But
He was busy.
the show has not been released en masse. It's going to first 2 episodes have released.
Okay,
It
okay,
will now
gradually.
release over seven
I
weeks.
think
Yeah.
True Detective is going
Sir,
on right now.
हाँ टू डायरेक्ट. संजीत shout out to दिया. संजीत बोल रहा हूँ. संकेत shout out to दिया अभी. But yes, next time. हाँ, yeah.
Did
And,
we
Detective
reveal
Night Country. True
identity
Detective
of
Night
Chris
Country
Patrick
going
then?
well.
Sorry?
Yeah.
No, we
Fukunaga
haven't
still got his
revealed.
credit on that, right?
Chris Patrick identity reveal?
नहीं हुआ सर अभी. But it's good only. Why should he reveal his identity?
Reveal
He's
Okay,
like the raw agent in Fighter.
That was such a stupid. That was such a.
अच्छा ठीक है, हो
That
गया
was so
खत्म
bad.
खत्म खत्म
That was
खत्म
so
खत्म.
bad.
Please खत्म.